Hi guys, welcome to another episode of It Was Never Personal with Yummy Wilfred. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was never personal. This is Yummy Wilfred, your host. It was never personal. It has always been about love, laughter, music, dance, colors, role playing, balance, awareness, authenticity, not taking the ego too seriously, not taking life seriously, actually not taking anything personal. It is all about realizing that this is a dream, an illusion that you and I get to co create with that power which is higher than us. And some call it God, some call it Buddha, some call it Allah, some call it whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. But as long as you really do recognize that there's a power which is actually running all of this, and you are co creating with it. Yes, in this dream we call life. It was never personal. Tuning to get him. Um, Tune in to get inspired, motivated, and mostly importantly, find ways to love yourself and do so with laughter and joy because it's not easy, okay? This is nothing new. You won't learn anything new in this podcast. It may sound new only because we have forgot that which we once knew, and I'm here to remind us of that which we once forgot. So the real work is actually about really recognizing, rediscovering that we already know. It's much more of like a rediscoveration of yourself. It's like an authentication, one of those words that I love, you know. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really do admire your presence. And welcome to another episode of It Was Never Personal. Or like how I like to say it nowadays, it was never personal. It was never personal. So, in today's episode, in It Was Never Personal with Yami Wilfred, we'll be talking about the power which lies in our thoughts. My thought, your thought, our thoughts are very powerful, you know. So, really reading in the spiritual books, my self-help books, and actually even the because when I started really doing all this, I really started going into those books about how to really be a better student, but really like being a better person, getting successful and stuff of that. So it like it was the message was still the same, and the message was always um be careful of your thoughts. Let me say, in one sense, all the messages I was really reading in these books were like, be careful of your thoughts because you are what you think, and I never really knew it all. So I was like, okay, I am what I think. Okay, like the way like there's power in your thoughts. Like really, I'm not talking about spiritual books. I'm just talking about books which are usually known as go get that book and then just to boost your confidence, to boost your momentum, to boost your motivation, like you're seeking motivation as a student, as a person not really into anything which is spiritual, but eventually everything is spiritual, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So then now I'm really reading this spiritual self-help books, and it's like, oh my god, it really dawned on me really like earlier this month, the past 2 months or whatever, so that there is actually power in my thoughts. And I was like, oh, actually, I have to share this with other people because I mean, it is real. It's real, So the thing is that every thought creates on some level. Mm-hmm. Every thought create on some level. So the thing is that I always like to say, oh, we are witches. But actually, I don't say we are witches because the word witch, the word witch to say, oh, somebody is a witch, oh, you're a witch, is really seen in, it is perceived to be judged. It is thought of. Yes. Oh, I love how everything is always joining. It is always thought of as something which is actually bad, nasty, negative, but going back, honey, go and read your history. Going back, you would learn that actually witches, the word witch, which was associated with women, you know, was actually associated was actually used to label those women who were actually spiritual women, who were holistical figures, who were like so connected to their spirit, to God, to being very connected with the source of life, women who were there to actually keep the balance between the holistic partnership between humans and the earth, humans and life and animals and stuff like that. Like those people, those ladies were really, yeah, they're really like they're really like powerful because they had that power. But of course, like I said on the episode of femininity and masculinity, that like both of us are male and female in one form. We are all that. So then it happened that okay, the ego, because it found that actually, oh, the masculine, which is very aggressive, very closed off, not like receptive like the feminine energy, it can use men to really actually get into the world, and then brought down the feminine spirit. And then now it's like the idea to be a witch, to be called a witch, is very sin and something which is bad. But then I mean, okay. So, but I always say I'm a witch, and I know it. I create. Like whenever I start, I'm like, oh, it's always about really. It's always about love, and then I'm like, it is all about realizing that this is a dream, an illusion. Now the keyword is here, that an illusion that I get to co-create. I co-create with that power. You know, I co-create with that power. You know, yes, honey. Oh my God, guys, this is really like, I don't know how people don't get this. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time. But anyways, I co-create. I'm a co-creator. I'm a creator. I'm an extension of God, honey. So I'm a witch. And I can choose to be a bad witch, a good witch. And a bad witch, I don't mean like, oh, that one is bad, we should kill him. No, no, no. I mean like, there's like polarities. There's the light, and then there's the darkness. So then, being a good witch to me, I mean like, I'm just choosing to really create from a point of love, you know. And then there are people who are witches also, but who create from a point of view which is infused with fear, and those people are like with the low vibration, and it's fine. That's for them. I don't even have, I'm not saying they should change. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. But when I meet them, I'm like, oh, actually, I see that really creating at a low vibration, I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. So I'm not going to, I'm not willing to stay here and be in a state of fear, but rather I just want to be joyful. I just want to vibrate high. I want to remain high and then get there. So I have to really be a good witch. But anyways, like I was saying, every thought creates on some level. We are witches, but this is actually because with every thought there is a belief. Like right now when somebody says, "Oh, I hate you," we get to really feel. We really get to feel, especially if this somebody is someone who, like my mom, my father, my sister, and they say, "I hate you." It's like it hurts me because I believe that thought which says if somebody hates me means that they don't want to see me here, they do like that. That is the thing. But anyways, I mean, it was never personal. Them saying they don't like me, they hate me. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything. Them saying I hate you, Wilfred. It's actually them saying I hate myself, Wilfred. But it's very challenging. Most times I really actually fall off and then I go, oh my God, why do they hate me? But then once I remember that, oh, it was never personal, honey, I know that they never really meant it to me, but if anything, to themselves. They were hallucinating, and stuff like that. So I don't have to really fall asleep and hallucinate with them, but I have to stay in that place of high vibration, which is of love. And that is all that is ever is. I don't have time for that. I do not have time to really be negative, or let me say to really vibrate at a lower vibration. So every thought creates on some level. And then, like I said in the past episodes, feelings are really connected to what you think. So I get right now, I'm very like, I was really taking a nap for like 10 minutes, yes. I mean, I ate this this is it, oh my God, I love it because it's so joining. So I got home, I had a meal, and this meal is kind of like heavy in my head. So then, because I think that this is heavy, and my belief with heavy meals is that, oh, if you take heavy meals during the day, you are going to sleep. You're going to feel very sleepy, tired, and whatever. Oh, because I believe it, my body has to give me that response. My body has to really actually say, oh, actually, you want to see, this is what you believe. So let me give it to you and let it be real. I created that. So then I slept for like, I took a nap for like 10 minutes. But then now I'm here. I'm really energetic and, it's fine. It's so, right now, I'm feeling electric, And why am I feeling electric? Because I'm actually getting here and co creating and creating this existence, which is very of a high vibration, joyful light. It's love. And I really love it. And I'm of that. My feelings portray that thought, that belief that I have that, oh, actually, I'm here to just have fun, to laugh, to actually, you know, to love, to have fun, and that's of it. So then I'm having fun, nothing else. So you get to really, we are all responsible for how we feel. Like I said, somebody can step into this door and really tell me of how much I'm a nasty person. I'm like really say all the negative things to me, and within that moment, if I'm present, if I'm aware, if I'm myself, if I'm here, not thinking, if I'm here and I'm really observing them say all of these things. Oh, Wilfred, you are. I'm aware of it. And then I get to really be, I get to have that opportunity to co create. I can co create in like really choosing whatever way I want to feel about this. I can go there are two ways. I can identify with what they're saying and say, "Oh, Wilfred, they're telling the truth. You are nasty. You are this." And then because I'm nasty, I'm this, and my belief of nasty and this is that, oh yeah, people don't like me and I don't like myself. Then I get to really actually feel sad and whatever because that is what I am. I believe. That is the thought that I believe. Not because of what they said. That is because of what I think. Somebody saying, oh, yeah, Wilfred, you are so ugly. I mean, them saying I'm ugly has nothing to do with me actually feeling sad about what they say. It's never about the situation. It's all about what I think ugliness means. So I get to really feel sad because somebody said, because I think being ugly means whatever. Not because they said I'm ugly. So whenever somebody gets here and they are trying to really spread that low vibration type of personality, I don't have to believe in their illusion, in their hallucination. I have to really stay pointy. I have to really focus on the joy, on love, on kindness, and go, oh, okay. Hmm. The only thing that I can feel sad for is I wish you loved yourself as much as I love me because I don't have time for this, honey. I don't have time. I don't even have time to defend myself. I don't even have time to actually tell you that you are wrong. I don't even have time for any. The only time that I have is to just stay aware of you. But I'm staying aware of you because I'm aware of myself. I know who I am, and that's it. But I'm done. So, like I'm saying, feelings derive from thoughts, and these thoughts are things that actually come through. I mean, most of the time, people, we are not thinking. It's like thoughts happen to us. Like right now, you are listening to this, a the likelihood of that you are listening to me and you're still thinking is very high. But then, like I said, we do not think most of the time. We are actually just those. We are just like entities whereby thoughts pass through. So then you are sitting there, and then there are like thoughts coming through, floating and going, floating and going, floating and going, and then it depends their frequency, their repeatedness, their occurrence really depends on which ones you're actually attracting. Like, if you're going to write an exam, if you're going to the hospital to get surgery, your thoughts, your persistent thoughts will be, how is it going to end? How is it going to end? And then you can see from that type of thoughts which one you have actually believed unconsciously, meaning unwillingly, like the which ones you have selected to be true. And then it can be like, oh, this surgery is going to be bad. Oh my god, when I get there, maybe the doctor is going to say, oh my god, what if I don't wake up? Oh, what if this is not going to be cured? Oh, what is like negativity, negative, because you are actually vibrating at a low vibration. You don't even know it, but that is actually what is happening. So then those thoughts of a low vibration will keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and then before you know it, you get to the doctor, and then the doctors are like, we are done operating, but unfortunately, you still need to undergo another surgery because we couldn't cure what we were chasing for. And then you're like, I knew it. You doctors, oh my God. Like, after putting me such like, you blame them. You don't really take responsibility for that. Actually, you're the one who created this. You thought of it. You forced, you attracted it. You forced yourself to actually go through a point in whereby you undergo surgery and the surgery is unsuccessful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually what is happening. That's what is actually happening. Not anything otherwise. Yeah. So situations which somehow usually seem to be like happening to us are all because of our our thoughts. Our thoughts, But you will only get to be able to actually be a co-creator, the kind of co-creator which you want, which is a conscious co-creator, if you are aware of your thoughts, not if you are unaware of your thoughts. Because if you are unaware of your thoughts, then you are not really thinking. You are you are someone who has thinking happening to them. It's an example of I can really it is very similar to breathing. I mean, am I breathing? Like right now I'm talking over here. I'm not really aware of I'm breathing. It's like breathing is actually happening to me. But then if I pause and then I go take one breath in, out, then I was aware that I took one breath. But then as I'm talking right now, and I keep on talking and talking, even right now, I mean, I've taken maybe two breaths, but I was not really aware of them. Breathing was happening to me. The same thing goes to with thinking. I mean, thinking, 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 thinking. You're still thinking. I mean, yeah. So that's that with that. But anyways, I mean, situations which somehow happen to us are all because we actually called them upon. It's like this other day. So this week, Monday, I don't have a phone, so I went to school and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the library. And as I leave the library to actually go and check something at the biology department, my thought is this. It was actually like a little meditation prayer. God, please let me find let me meet Mimi. Is like this girl who's actually making very gorge, very sassy necklaces. I love them, like everything, the rings, like yeah. And I was like, God, please let me meet her because I have to really check up on her and talk about should I pay her? Should I want to meet her, but I don't even have a phone. Oh my God, what if she comes here? My mind, I was aware of that, but I didn't focus on that. So my focus was like, actually, I'm going to really meet her. God, please let me meet her. And from that prayer, now I'm really cultivating positive thoughts. I'm going to meet her. I'm a telepather. I'm a witch. I got out of the. I got off the. This is like 10 to 10, right? To 10 a.m. I got off the library, and just after I meet this other friend of mine, Kiara, and we talk for like 5 minutes, and then suddenly Mimi appears. And I'm like, oh my God, I created this shit. I'm a witch, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. I love her so much. And I kept on telling those people, oh yeah, listen, I did this. I don't know if they got it, but that's none of my business. But I know that I got it. My prayers were answered. And I did it. I co-created. You know, it was never personal. It was never personal. Now, this is the thing. So we have two choices in life. We can either choose to co-create from a point of fear or from a point of love. We can choose to actually think from a point of fear or a point of love. We can choose to believe fearful thoughts or loving thoughts. Thoughts which are infused with love or thoughts which are infused with fear. That's it. That is only it. So, but our system, the matrix, the status quo, the culture that we live in, the world is actually um infused with the fear belief systems, and it is really reflecting on us as a collective, because like I'm saying, what you get to cook what I get to really experience, what you get to really experience to some point, if not all of it, you actually created it. You co created it. You really brought it to yourself. But I'm not going to go deep into it because I mean, some things are really beyond our things. But mystical beings or whatever, they will tell you otherwise. You created this thing that if you have experienced it, so you must have created it, you know? So that is the thing, but I'm not really going there. So I'm saying the fear belief systems that we have as a collective are really now showing. And because we believe in this fearful um beliefs or thoughts, we get to really create them. They have to somehow manifest into the reality that we know it, the physical world. For example, the idea that we are in danger. I mean, it's so sick. It's so crazy how my family members, I don't know if all of them, but my family members are actually they're living in, it's like they do believe that this world is danger, that they believe that there's someone who's actually out to get them. For example, like, you know, I go to school very early in the morning. Very early in the morning. I leave home around 5, 10 past 5 when it's dark. I would, even during the holidays, I would really exercise around 5:30. And if it's summer, then I have to go way earlier because I like the coldness of the morning. I like the dark. I like seeing stars in the morning when I'm exercising or doing whatever. So I start my day very early. But don't get it twisted. After some hour, I go back to sleep. So that because I can really actually do that, I get to walk. I mean, I've done this for like ever since I was. Let me see. Form 3, Form 2. I think it's Form 3. So ever since I was 15, yeah, ever since I was 15 or 14, I've already just started actually going to school way before. I remember when I was in junior school and doing my Form 3, I'll get there way before the Maran school gates are opened and it's dark and the security guard, the guy, they're always my friends. I remember that in junior, he was also my friend. And then even in senior, he was also my friend. And even right now, I feel like they really know me. It's really nice. So I meet them and it's always, I would wait before the gate, 6, and then I get in. So I've always done this forever. Like right now is like my 5th year. And I'm very grateful because I was never attacked. I was never like nothing bad happened to me. I never had thieves coming. I never, and not because there are no thieves, but I was never attacked. I was never under threat. I was never in danger because I never believed that to be true for myself. I never thought of it. I don't wake up in the morning and I go, "Oh my God, I think what if somebody, what if, oh, no, 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 honey, no one is after me." No, so because I don't do that. I mean, like that was at a young age, imagine. And I got to actually get the authentication when I saw this reflecting in the books that I read, and I was like, "Oh my God, once again, I'm a witch." So I get to school, I get to the end. I've been doing this for 5 years. And let me tell you something. I don't get out here and then I go, like, I sing, I dance. And when I sing loudly. Like, mornings are my my favorite things of them. Like, I sing, I dance, and loudly in the dark. I don't even care if there are street lights. I don't want street lights. I want the dark. I want the night. I want I want to see the stars. So I'm not looking for street lights. I'm only living in that moment. I'm actually there dancing, singing to the songs. So I'm making noise. I mean, I'm trying to tell you that actually the level of ways that I'm doing, because my family members will be like, you are making, like, you are singing, making noise. People will come one day. People will come to you and do. I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to feed into your fear, sir. Oh my God, did I just expose my family member? Oh, I didn't. Okay, so I'm not going to feed into the fear. I'm not going to do that. I do not have time for that. I do not have time for you because I am up here, I'm vibrating, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it, because other than believing that something is really out there to get me, I'm actually saying nothing is out there to get me. If only I am here to really let that thing come and get me, which is actually myself. It's like that idea which some people have of the devil. Like the devil is really out there to get us. Like what? Oh, okay. The thing is that the meaning of it has actually been misinterpreted, and I'm not going over there, but the idea of the devil or Satan or something which is really out there, the evil something which is actually coming to get you. I don't have time for that. I can't. I don't know how. I mean, honey, you are the only one who's going to get yourself. The calls are coming from inside the house. You know? Yes, honey. That's actually true. And another thing is that we believe that we are separate. We believe we are separate. So I feel justified to hurt another person. I feel justified to bring another person down. I feel justified to actually say, you know what? Because they stepped onto me, I have to step onto them. Because he said I'm ugly. I have to say you are ugly. You are way much more ugly because you said I'm ugly. But we are not separate, honey. We are one thing. So by them actually hallucinating and saying that I am ugly, and I going, oh, you are ugly. The real matter of the fact is that I saying you are ugly. I'm just saying, oh, Wilfred, you are ugly. But I'm saying, Wilfred, you are ugly through that person. It's like I don't want to tell it to myself, but I will tell it to you so that I can tell it to myself. I'll tell it to myself through you. That is that is actually what is happening. Okay? Yeah. So that is actually what is happening because we think we are separate. It's like and the other belief system, but this fear belief system actually, this fearful thoughts drive us into defensiveness. Someone gets in here, oh, Wilfred, you are so ugly, you're so nasty, and then I go, oh, and then I can choose to be like the innocent child, and I go, why do you mean? What do you mean by I'm ugly? What do you mean by I'm nasty? What do you mean by I'm a bad person? Can't you see that I'm doing like I'm trying to defend myself? Like it's a loser. I don't have to do that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Do what say what you want to say about me, but I don't. It was never personal. What you say about me, what you think about me, what you have to say about me has nothing. It's none of my business, honey. Because like there's no me there. It's only you. That's the truth. It was never personal. So there's no need for me to defend myself. Like somebody hits me into, maybe they hit me, or they try and attack me, and then I go, oh, I'm going to show you how I am a fighter too. I don't have to defend. I don't, because you hitting me, honey, you're just hitting yourself. You're just hitting yourself. If anything, I'm gonna run away from you. I'm gonna run away from you. Okay? I'm gonna run away from you because that energy that you're giving, that's destructive interference. And I'm only with the constructive interference. Yeses. Okay? So that's that about it, honey. And the war between Russia and Ukraine, whatever, Israel and Gaza, these wars are because we think we are separate. We think we have to defend ourselves. We think we are in danger. Yeah. And because we think we are separate, we are fighting. And because we think we have to defend ourselves, when one country attacks one country, we attack it. Because we want to defend ourselves. And because we think we are in danger, one country, one nation is actually able, one person is able to actually fight another one. So it was never really personal. But it has to happen. It's either we are going to learn through this or we are not going to learn. But life, the universe will actually bring it again and say, oh guys, let me see if you're going to learn. So another generation has to actually experience it. But if I mean, we have it right now. This time we can actually change it, but we cannot change it by actually sending a missile from another country only because that country actually sent a missile to us. I mean, if you send if you shoot at me, I cannot say by shooting at you, I'm actually stopping conflict. No, 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 honey. We are still doing the same thing. We are hallucinating. We think we are separate. We think we need to defend ourselves. We think we are in danger. All because we believe in those fear infused thoughts, the fear belief system. That's that. That is that. It was never personal. And another way in which our thoughts create is this concept of placebo and nocebo. You know, I mean, I learned that at medical school is taught, but it's really taught like really little, which is kind of like, oh, okay. But let me tell you, placebo is this one. It's like the power of a positive thought, a thought which is of love, a thought which is of what is that? What is that go to? Like it is a thought which is of a high vibration. That is placebo. But nocebo is a negative thought. Nocebo is a thought which is of a low vibration. It is a thought which is infused with fear. That is nocebo. And placebo and nocebo all have effects. And their effects are one with cause. Meaning that if I have a belief in a positive thought, my effects, my reality becomes positive. Very juicy. And then if I have a belief in a negative thought, my effects, my reality become very negative, very fearful, very frightening. So I have stress. Yes. It's like this. We have seen this instances in movies and whatever, whereby a doctor tells a patient with cancer they will die in 3 months. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then this is what is going to happen. Because we think of cancer, diabetes, HIV and AIDS, whatever disease, like those big, big, big diseases that we have been taught that these are no like these are death sentences. We think cancer is a death sentence. So when a patient is told by a doctor, "Oh, you have cancer," and by our statistics or probability, and I love that they say probability, it's a probability. It's not set. We are not certain. We are not sure. We are not certain about it. We are not. It's just a probability. We are just taking whatever that we can and say, oh, with this evidence, actually, you're going to die after 3 months. And then because of that, the idea of death, the idea of cancer, you know, and by ideas, I mean thoughts which are connected to this concept. The thought that you have with, oh, you have cancer is, I'm going to die. Because that is what you have been taught. And then now getting to hear a doctor who, as a collective, we've been taught that, oh, that is the source of health. Like if they tell you you're going to die, if they give you a pill, you're going to get, like if a doctor who's actually educated into that system of health tells you you're going to die, honey, you're going to die. You're going to die. And that is the thought that you have. And if you believe in it, I mean, that thought is negative. It's fear infused. If you believe in that thought, honey, oh yes, honey, you have to. Your body has to really actually let you. Oh, honey, she wanna go. He wanna go. They wanna go, honey. So you're gonna die. And this is the thing. The autopsy is done. What did the autopsy say? Did the autopsy say they died because of cancer? No, bitch. They died because they were under stress. They were under stress. They were living in a state of fear. The same goes to a patient with cancer who's told they're going to die in 3 months. And you know what they do? They don't believe in that. I mean, they're like, oh, yeah, I get it. Thank you for doing your job, doctor. And I really love it. I mean, wow, you're so good at your job. And thank you. But I guess I can turn this around. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to do all I can to take care of this machine, and I'm going to have fun. And then guess what? Um, 3 months later, the patient comes back and is like, "Oh, you have entered remission." And it's like it's always like that. They will never say that you are cured. They will always say it's remission. You know? But remission means that we cannot identify those cancer cells those cancer cells or those cancer causing cells within your body, which is kind of like a cure because I mean but I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. But anyways, the placebo was that patient actually chose the route of love, of happiness, of what? Oh, joy, honey, high vibration. So they never really, what they brought, the effects, their reality became, I want to really live, I want to enjoy my life, and then they healed, and it's fine. That's it. I mean, that is exactly it. And the placebo and nocebo effect plays in our everyday life with pills. You have a headache, you take grandpa, you take paracetamol, whatever medication you take, and then you take that pill, and then after some time you feel very well. It's like, oh, I'm healed. I'm healed. But collectively, we believe that we are healed by the pills. We believe that the chemistry in the pills actually h- healed us, which had some part to it, but it's just the belief that you have about the thoughts associated with the pill. Because you taking grandpa, you think you're going to be healed, and you believe that thought, and ultimately you are healed. And that's the same thing can happen with me. Like, Alijax. I mean, I can drink Alijax, but I never really. My belief is that the Alijax pills or medicine, excuse me, it cannot get me to be drowsy on. Oh yeah, drowsy. Like I don't feel sleepy after doing. The same with yeah, it's just like with energy drinks. I feel like they don't work. But that's just my nocebo to the situation. I don't I think I believe that they don't work and they don't work. But other people they take Alijax energy drinks. Those with Alijax they sleep. Those with energy drink they're more energetic because of their placebo. That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was never this. I'm having a little bit of hiccups over here, but it will be fine. Perception is therefore everything. Oh my god, guys, excuse me, excuse me. Perception is everything. How I see, how you see situations, how you see people, how you see this body that I sometimes, that we sometimes confuse to be who we are. How we see and perceive things is everything. It's everything because what I think and believe becomes to be my reality. That's it. I co create with it. And I'll give you another instance. Like I said, we always choose between love and fear, we choose between stress and joy. So, this is the thing. Mm, so, let's say you meet a situation. And when you meet situations, like I said, you can either choose fear or love. And if you choose fear, this is what is happening. You feel under threat. You feel sensitive. You feel separate. You feel the need to be defensive. It's like, oh, I have to fly or fight. I have to run or fly. I have to escape. I'm in danger. Get out of here. So what you do by believing in a fear infused thought, by actually believing in low vibrational thoughts, you change the chemistry of your body. I mean, this is science, guys. So what happens is that because you believe it, your mind, which is the alchemist of the chemistry of your blood, your body, you know, is therefore now going to really trigger the release of hormones, which are stress hormones. You have cortisol being one of the major ones, and cortisol is a stress hormone, you know. Therefore, now what you do, you really, you really impair or you drain your gut and your brain of blood. Because under threat from the ancient days, when we are under threat, we have to run. Therefore, voluntary muscles, legs, and arms have to actually participate, so they need blood because oxygen is in blood. Now, you will drain your gut system, your immune system, and your brain of blood. Now, imagine draining your immune system of blood, and then you think that when we are living under stressful situations, we cannot have diseases. I mean, a disease in most cases we are just unhealthy because we are under stress. That's what I'm saying over here. You know, because Your immune system is drained of blood, is drained of energy, is drained of the power, is drained of its activity, you know? And when you're under stress, your gut is drained of the same thing. And your gut is actually just, so it does a lot of things. I mean, your brain does a lot of things, So then it's like, this, I don't want to live anymore. That is actually what you're saying. And we have this enzyme, which is called the telomerase. We have the telomerase, which is actually, uh, um, the telomerase is an enzyme which is responsible for synthesizing um, the telomere during DNA replication. So during replication or the DNA replication, um, DNA polymerase at the end, when it flips off, it cuts the telomerase, you know? Yes. And the telomerase is actually there so that it doesn't cut the DNA. So the telomerase is like an extension of the DNA, but it doesn't have any codes. So the DNA polymerase, it falls off, it cuts the telomerase. No, yeah, the telomere. And as time goes on, more replications, we are always replicating, always replicating, always replicating, always replicating, because as we're sitting here, a lot of cells we lose, and a lot of cells we produce from the stem cells. So at the end of the day, when I get to the, uh, when I get to like replicate, my telomere is shut off, it's cut off, and then the telomerase has to what? Replace it. Now, here comes the age, the issue or the topic, the concept of aging. You know, I mean, it's actually under your control, honey. Let me tell you that. But it's only under your control because you can either choose to actually have more existence into life and whatever, enjoying the experience. And you cannot lie to yourself, you cannot lie to your body, your mind. And actually the mind and the body are one. You cannot lie to any of this because they can tell it, they can, so if you're under stress, the telomerase, that enzyme which synthesizes the telomere, extending it so that DNA replication can always take place, and then you continue to nourish your body, your cells, after they are depleted or they die off. Therefore, aging is kind of like slow or whatever, then you get to really live. But then, if you are under stress, telomerase, that enzyme, is kind of like inhibited from activation. It's kind of like inactive. So the telomere is not re established, re synthesized. Therefore, you get on to cut, and then later on you cut your DNA. You cut the DNA polymerase. When it falls off, it will be cutting onto your DNA template, and therefore imagine really missing some codes, some whatever, and therefore it's like, oh my god, what happened over here? I just lost. Am I do I have dementia? What are like all of those other neurotic diseases and stuff are really caused of the really having no not having DNA templates and stuff of that sort. So this is really actually, it's powerful. It's powerful. I cannot just get here and like, it's really powerful. So if you're grateful for life, if you live in great gratitude, if you live in joy space, if you live in a high vibration, if you choose love, if you choose to see love in every situation, you are activating your telomerase, which will synthesize the cut off telomere, and therefore you can enjoy life as much as you want. That is that. You will release the, you know, the happy hormones. You will release your oxytocin. You release your serotonin, right? Yeah, serotonin. Oh my god, I was trying to really be with it, but you release those oxytocin, serotonin, um, those those hormones which people are chasing after with alcohol, drugs, and whatever. Yes, but we'll talk about that on a much later episode. So with this, I'm just telling you guys that you have the choice to really create the life that you want because you are responsible for your thoughts. You are that awareness. You are able to actually choose or feed onto any thought, but you will only feed onto thoughts which you focus on, which you believe onto. If I believe on one thought, I'm actually feeding into it. And if I feed into it, because I am what I eat, I actually get to see it over there in my reality. It was never personal. It was never personal. At the end of the day, it's all about choices. And like I said, the choice that we make is either of love or fear. And of course, it has always been about love. It was never personal. It's always been about love. And that is all that it is. That like there's only love. If you choose fear, you're just choosing an illusion. Okay? You're like that person who's actually thinking that by um if somebody really shoots them and them shooting them back, they're really doing something good, better than them. Like they feel that, like that's the fear I'm talking about. Love will never really take another gun in religion. No, it's that no. It's just yeah, oh no. Oh, I mean, oh my god. So it's all about choices. You can choose love or fear, and this is the thing, be aware of everything. Like I always say this. I am aware of everything. When I'm going out of the when I go out of my what is it? Oh my god, I don't even have a house. But anyways, until I have my own house, I'll call this my house. When I step out of my yard, my house, I'm aware of everything. And by everything, I'm necessarily not like everything, but I'm aware of almost what is happening, almost everything that is happening. Like, oh, the person that I just walked past by, you know. Oh, okay. What? Oh, I see that car. Oh, I just see this thought that I had. Oh, okay. Okay. I feel how I'm feeling. Oh, I'm aware of this. Like, I'm aware of those things, even the little things. But it's very crazy. I think I'm only able to do this because when I walk out, or when I'm having a conversation with person, or when I'm watching the TV, or when I'm doing this podcast, I don't have my phone next to me. I'm not facing down the phone. People, we are just so lost. We people are not here. So awareness is actually just another thing, you know. So, but anyways, I'm aware of everything, but I choose to focus on love, on light. I'm aware of it. I know that I know that me stepping out, I can have a car run onto me. But do I focus on a or on a car driving onto me? No. I know when I go out of my house in the morning when it's dark, I know that, yes, people are so crazy to actually come and maybe steal my headphones, steal my phone, steal my laptop, or whatever that I'm carrying, you know. But am I actually focusing on somebody coming to me and doing those things? No. I'm focusing on somebody coming to me and saying, oh, hi, I like you, I want us to be friends. Like, oh, can I dance to the music you're dancing to? Oh my God, I love the music. I like the sound of your voice. That's what I'm focusing on. And I get it. I don't get somebody actually coming and doing whatever they do to other people because I don't focus onto that. I I am aware of everything, but I choose to focus on light and love. A very great spiritual teacher of mine, RuPaul. You know what he says? He actually says, like, you can look at the darkness, but don't stare at it. He's like, I look at the darkness, but I don't stare at it because it will suck me in, it would suck you in. I never got this until recently when I read and I was like, oh, I get what she's saying, Ru, because I was like, looking at staring, isn't that like similar? No, 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 no. I look at the darkness, but I don't stare at it. Because looking is like, oh, okay, I see you, but staring is like focusing, feeding onto it. So I'm aware of everything, including the dark things that happen, but my focus, I feed, but my belief, but I choose light, love, high vibration, kindness, joy, music, laughter, dance, colors, role playing, balance, awareness, authenticity, not taking the ego too seriously, not taking life too seriously, not taking myself personal, not taking life personal. I choose that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really do an inventory on your belief systems and see which one is really infused with fear and which other one is really infused with love. And choose to really discard other ones. I love you so much. Bye.